Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 5 back-to-back. Did I say enough backs there? Did this baby have enough backs? Whew. We got 5 races for you today, ladies and gentlemen. 5 races. Whew. All Buster only. With a few minor exceptions, you know how it is. You gotta break a few rush coil springs to get to the end. I am joined today by my fellow admin for this tournament. Almost too loud, Jaspix. The one, the only KLM 1187, number 2 in the world at this Buster only thing. I'm going to check into the race room to see what's happening in there. And, because Jaspix keeps cutting stream for some reason. We don't need any more technical difficulties today. We had enough of those in the first race while I was trying to stream and race at the same time. Whew. That was not something I will be repeating. But both guys are entered. I'm going to ask Jaspix if he's ready. And we will get this thing underway. Woo! I hope. Oh, woo! Woo! All right. So. Okay. Thanks for the advertisement, KLM, in the general Mega Man Discord. Because if we need... Oh, right, yeah. Hey, KLM, what's up? I guess I should join the channel myself so you can hear me. Jeez. What is up, man? Jaspix reporting that his OBS keeps dying. Jaspix, if it cuts out, just keep running.
What's up, dude? How's it going?
Oh, it's going great, man. I almost lost my first race because I sucked at Snake Man stage. But also, because there's so much awesome stuff going on my computer right now, my emulator was slightly janky. Whew. But I pulled out, and I won.
Very nice.
Alright, so I'm going to get this race started, and I'm going to let you handle the beginning of the commentary, and I'm going to make sure everything is set up here. So,
sounds good.
Why don't you take it away, KLM? Alright, this race is going to get started. Whew. Alright, so thanks for sticking with us, faithful viewers. through the technical difficulties and the delays. Hopefully our remaining races for the day will go more smoothly. But this is the Buster-only tournament for Mega Man 3. And this is the group stage. So the races today are just going to be the first 8 Robot Masters. Winners are competing to win their groups. Each group has 4 racers in it, and the top 3 will advance to a double elimination final where we play the entire game. I'm joined today by KLM1187, my fellow tournament organizer, and also the number 2 Buster-only runner in the world, and not by a little bit. He is about a minute and a half shy of Fast at CC's world record, and he hasn't even given it his best shot yet. He's just getting warmed up.
Just getting started. Alright, so it looks like we're both starting off with Hardman first.
Why is that? Why would you start with this super easy stage?
Well, the reason being is get that free E-Tank close to the end of the stage, and that way you have it to use in case you need it for any of the other Robot Masters. The stage isn't particularly difficult either. The fight isn't either, as long as you stay away from, don't take any damage from it. It's a pretty routine fight, so. A lot of this stage is basically just movement. You can see the first screen, we're sliding backwards to despawn the bees, we're sliding around to avoid the monkeys. So it's a lot of precise movement here in this first stage here. And of course we got the bulldozers with the impossible hitboxes as well, which are always fun. Yeah, looks like they both do good work of them there.
So now we go into this Hardman fight, which in the any % run, you actually take intentional damage from him so that you avoid a paralyzed section, but in here you do not really have enough health to do that. So you want to stay away from him. Now, Z probably could have finished that fight. The Knuckles only do 6 damage. He could have finished that fight without the E-Tank, but choosing to play it safe. You grab that E-Tank. It'll be interesting to see if he goes to Gemini stage next, just because you are guaranteed an E-Tank there. Well, not guaranteed, but everybody gets one in this category. And absolutely, he does go to Gemini next. Meanwhile, Jaspix going to Shadow next. This is a stage that causes a lot of scary moments. The fight is very intimidating to new runners because Shadow Man is completely unpredictable. And then the stage itself has some scary parachute slide jumping.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people will start with Gemini first. I do, because it is one of the most difficult stages to maneuver in and to do it quickly anyways. The one thing about Gemini as well is there is another E-Tank to pick up here. So the reason why they start hard first is to pick up that one E-Tank, so with Jaspix going Shadow next, if he has to use the E-Tank here, he most definitely will go to Gemini right afterwards.
Okay, scary section here. I know you can't see it yet, KLM, but Jaspix going into this parachute section, extra scary because his stream is stuttering a little bit. So he jumps into the air and you get a snapshot, but he made it through. Nobody has died yet. And you can keep track of that because down below the runner's windows, it might look like those are life counters, but it's impossible to keep up with how many lives the runners have. So instead we are recording the deaths that they have. Oh my gosh, a Shadow Man fight on the right and a Gemini underwater on the left. It's like watching a dumpster fire on the left and a sad panda on the right. But
yes,
actually Jaspix is killing this Shadow Man fight. Ooh! So he gets
He did,
Shadow Man defeated.
He did very good in that parachute section as well.
Meanwhile, you'll be seeing this in a moment. GreenZSaber takes damage from the Stomper. All right, and very clean Gemini fight. So he doesn't have to use his E-Tank. I should update that count, since both runners now have an E-Tank, although Jaspix will be able to grab one more in Gemini's stage. Or two more if he really wants it, but he will have to take a death. Alright, both runners getting Proto Skip, which apparently disqualifies them for the Snupster percent glitchless leaderboard, but
yeah, what is that anyway?
But it's a very specific set of rules. They have a regular category where the 8 robots are Buster only, and then they have a Buster only category where the whole run is Buster only, and I think it's to facilitate more exciting races. Because if you've ever seen on YouTube, the Snupsters post these 4-way races of Mega Man games, and there's very lively commentary or chat among the runners, and apparently two of our competitors in this tournament are coming from that. Tom and T.S. Hart is his name in the tournament, and Light God are both affiliated with the Snupsters. But yeah, that Snupster percent leaderboard is the rules are very specific, and we have our first death right there, unfortunately. KLM, maybe you can tell us what happened if you're just seeing it now on GreenZ's screen.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, because I didn't see what he did wrong. Saber
Assuming it was on the...
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a look here and see what he did. Nice.
Yo, thanks, Perfection.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it looks like he had waited too long on that first elevator. So when he jumped up, that screw enemy had already spawned its hitbox, and that's what
he got knocked off
there. Yep, knocked him back right off the thing.
Well, he just knocked Spark off at least, so that's some comfort. As Jaspix makes... Ooh, nice frame pause from Jaspix. As Jaspix makes it through Gemini. KLM, we'll get you synced up for the next race.
Yeah, I'm going to try to refresh here to see if I can get a little closer to it.
Let's see how Jaspix handles his first screen. We all try to emulate KLM here. He can shoot all of these hedgehogs. Jaspix shoots one of the hedgehogs. He's... yeah. 1 for 4. It's fine. But you do have to be careful about taking a ton of damage in this stage. So Jaspix should have 2 E-Tanks now. Very good. Alright, GreenZSaber going into the scary part of Snake in a little bit, but maybe Jaspix can make it through this Needleman fight first. Needleman's a very scary fight because he throws 4 needles at you, and if you're not careful, they can go in at 4 different angles. And he does some body damage, and he does a lot of damage with that head that you just saw him throw at Jaspix. So basically you just want to stay ahead of him for the whole fight, and even when you do get ahead of him, don't get careless, because a few body hits or a head hit and you're dead. Oh, exactly, Jaspix gonna E-tank. Jaspix gonna E-tank. Even though he only has to get 2 shots left. Needleman is the Bartolo Colon of Robot Masters. He's big, but he is very agile.
Yeah, you never want to go through the whole Needleman fight and take a death there and have to go through it again. Not only does it take a lot of time, but there's just the RNG element of it. He could give you an even worse pattern the next time.
My heart. Green Z dying on the same spot where I died 3 times in my race in the Snake Man. That is such an awful screen. In part because we're just used to, in any percent, just flying over the dang thing.
Yeah, exactly, and most of us that come from the any percent world don't even know how these cloud platforms work. I still don't have 100% idea of how they work, but yeah, that's exactly what can happen. If you are standing on the wrong spot there, that'll push you right off the edge.
I have a 100% safe strategy for practice. It just didn't work in the race. You will be proud of me though, KLM. My last stage in my race against Green Z was Shadow, and I pushed on the parachute section. Like, I didn't push, but I went for the supposedly safe strat, and it worked. So, it felt good.
Congratulations.
So you might be saying, hey, this is a really close race. Both runners are in Snake Man stage. However, Jaspix does have one more stage under his belt. He is deathless. He has an extra E-tank. Actually, that's not true anymore. They have the same number of E-tanks. They've each used 1 E-tank. They both collected 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and get all my stuff at the start here, so I'll join back in just a minute, okay?
Yeah.
Try to get a little closer to the action.
Alright, so Jaspix went 1 for 4 on these hedgehogs. Let's see if Green Z can do better than that. Ooh, he does a nice reverse damage boost, but the hedgehog chases after him. Oh, so much lag. Lag city, lag city, lag city. As Jaspix going in the cloud section. Ooh. Okay. Makes it through there cleanly. Jaspix still deathless, extremely impressive. Got a feeling he's on PB pace. ZSaber, despite the 2 deaths, is also on PB pace. Jaspix needs to be very careful about Snake Man's tail. Oh yeah, we're gonna see an E-tank, or are we gonna see a tactical death? Okay. So if this were a full game run, you would see a tactical death there. You would not see somebody burn an E-tank on the 8 Robot Masters, but all you have to do is get through the 8 Robot Masters today, so... Tactical deaths are slow, and you're gonna burn that E-tank as soon as you need it. Oh, and it looks like yep, here we go. There we go. Whew. So, finished watching a snake fight, now we get to watch a needle fight. Good times. Really good evasive movement from ZSaber, but again, there's that thing, he only has a few shots left to get, but his health is low, he does just fine. And Needle is down. Gotta say, guys, I'm a little disappointed there's not more oohing and awing over this sweet, sweet Robot Master's heads count, because this is operated entirely in MS Paint. I am taking a copied black square and pasting it over the proper face and then saving the file. Who's there? Oh, nobody? So, with the better snake fight, Z has really tightened this race up. He is about halfway, not quite, through top stage, and Jaspix is almost done with Spark stage. Maybe 10 seconds separate them? It is pretty darn close, guys. I'm still reporting that his streams are behind. We will get that all settled. We will refresh at the same time, and we will be in sync. Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba. Alright, 3-cycle top, let's go! Do it like the top first runners do it. Ooh, this could be a 3-cycle. Very nice, very nice. So who is this GreenZSaber guy, you might be asking? Well, lately his stream has been comprised of Disgia, I believe that's how you pronounce it, streams, which is a 2-hour fast menuing run. But he's probably most famous as the guy that ran Mighty No. 9 at AGDQ. He is the top NEP. I don't know what that means, but there you go. And I don't know what experience he had with Mega Man 3, but he clearly knows some things. You see him going for reverse damage boosts. His fights are very clean. Like I said, his evasion was very strong on the Snake Man fight. He's just a natural mega runner. And he actually has a 55. He hasn't submitted it to the leaderboards, but he has a 55 in the full game. And that's a very respectable time, as Jaspix forgets how to do the Yoku blocks in Magnum Stage, because he hasn't done them 5 million times. Oh, that's right, he's a Spark first runner. Although then he goes to Magnet, so he still has to do the Yoku blocks. This guy, okay, thanks, Light. This guy, this guy. What up, Casio? Oh, go away, controller. I don't have to use you again today.
Just get to the magnet site on yours.
Oh, Jaspix, watch out. Don't take another body hit. Do not take another body hit, Jaspix. What? Oh, whew. Woo-hoo. Didn't know who had died. But it was not Jaspix. It was not Jaspix. Oh my god. This is gonna be close. Although, if Jaspix stays the course, he will win. So now would be a bad time to try and go for top skip. Is what I'm saying, Jaspix. Alright. This guy, yeah. Top man, top man.
All right, Kyle, can you hear me?
Top man, number 2 man. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I pulled up the multi-switch link. It seems to be a little better here.
Okay.
I think GreenZ just went into magnet.
He just did his first slide. He just got hit by a magnet.
Okay, good.
We sync?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Sync just in time for you to leave the next stream early so you can get ready for your first race.
Oh, that's next, yes.
Well, yeah, after we got another race and then we got your race.
Another race after this.
And then we got another race and then we got your other race. Whew. Alright, so there is a trick here where you can jump through the last top and save 1 second. Please don't go for that trick, Jaspix.
I can't imagine.
Oh my god. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
GG, Jaspix. Also, Jaspix gonna get the PB. He could get a 21 here. His previous PB is a 22. Although GreenZ is also going to PB, so it's pretty exciting. Pull up the. Yep.
Alright,
Jaspix has finished in first place with a time of 22:11. Good game, man. Good game. Wow. And a deathless run. Oh, what? What happened? What happened? What happened to GreenZ's PB?
Didn't see it. He took a death. I didn't have it up, and that looked like it must have been a game over, so he had to start the whole stage over.
Right, so congratulations to Jaspix. As Z finishes up his run here. Whew.
Got a 21:54 in his splits, which is very good time.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna, yep. Sorry, Jaspix. You are now like God 87. Alright, so congratulations to GreenZ. Alright, so we'll be back in just a moment. Gotta get set up for the next race, which will be between GreenZSaber and Light God. Congratulations to both our runners, GreenZ and Jaspix.